Guys, so here we are doing example number one in regards to standard product costs, picking up where we left off in the last video. If you're not quite sure, there's a handout that I've provided, and it's a total of, I believe, 3 or 4 examples. So if you're not quite sure where to get this example from, I'm gonna walk you through this process really quick. All right, so you're gonna log into your excuse me, you're gonna log into Canvas, right? And so once you log into Canvas, you should go to modules, right? And then once you go to modules, which I've already clicked on, so it's not gonna reroute me there, you're gonna scroll down until you get to your particular chapter. This may look a little bit different, but you get the idea. But here's chapter 8, and here is, you're gonna click on demonstration, and then here it is right here. So it says accounting 1B worksheet. So download that, and then it should look like this, right? And so then here's all of the rest of the examples, okay? And then there's the formulas at the bottom, okay? So hopefully you'll be able to find it. All right, so with that, we're gonna go through this example. So maybe, hopefully you got a head start on this so we can just kind of talk through this, okay? All right, so I'm gonna just scoot. All right, here we go. All right, so we have this example, Santa Rosa Furniture Company manufactures designer home furniture. Santa Rosa uses a standard cost system. The direct labor, direct materials, and factory overhead standards for an unfinished dining room table are as follows. So it has our direct material information, our direct labor, variable factory overhead, and fixed factory overhead, and they have all of the standards and things like that. All right, so just as a reminder, remember our standard cost per unit the way we're going to calculate that is going to be our standard price. SP is standard price times our standard quantity, SQ, okay? All right, so first we're going to dive into this for direct labor, our very first one, okay? So it tells us that our standard rate, right? Our standard rate is $18 per hour. And then it says our standard time per unit is 3.5 hours. Okay, so if we're creating this designer, dining room table, this is how we're gonna go about doing it, okay? So we're gonna do this calculation. So what you should do is this $18 per hour times 3.5 hours. So it should take us no more than, or cost us no more than $63 in labor. Everybody follow me? Okay. But that's not where we stop. Remember, when we're creating or manufacturing something, we need 3 things. We need direct labor, we need direct material, and then we need factory overhead. So that's what we're on now, is direct material. Now, direct material for the oak that we need, the standard price is $15 per board foot. I don't even know what BD stand for, board. That sounds about right to me. All right. So anyways, it's $15 per board foot. And how much quantity we need? We need 26 feet, right? So if we did that calculation, we're going to do $15 times 26 feet, and we come up with a total of $390. So when creating this table, we should pay no more than $390 for materials. Okay, so now we have that. Last but not least, we have factory overhead. Now, factory overhead, it looks as if they have divided it in between variable and fixed. So no big deal. Let's do variable first. Okay, so it tells us that the variable factory overhead is $4.20 per direct labor hour. Okay. So how many direct labor hours? Where do we find that? Because in the other examples, we had, direct standard time per unit, standard quantity per unit, but how do we find the direct labor per hour, right? We got it from here, right? It comes from here. So the standard, it says per direct labor hour here, direct labor hour and the standard, right? Which is 3.5. So that is how we're gonna multiply this across, okay? So if I did $4.20 times my 3.5 hours, I come up with, is that right? Yeah. I come up with $14.70, right? Yes. All right. All right, so then our next one we have, something feels wrong, but anyways, I think that's right. All right, so then the next one we have is fixed, right? And so our fixed factory overhead is gonna be $1.80, and it says per direct labor hour as well. So we're gonna multiply that times 3.5 hours, right? Per direct labor hour. So once we do that, we do 180 times 3.5, and we come up with $6.30, okay? So now what we're gonna do is, in A, it tells us to determine the standard cost per dining room table, and it's telling us to round our number. So what we're gonna do now is add up all of our standard costs for direct labor, for direct material, and for factory overhead, both variable and fixed, okay? So once we do that, we're gonna do $63 for direct labor, $390 for direct material, $14.70 for variable factory overhead, and $6.30 for fixed factory overhead. And our total comes out to $474. Okay, that is the standard for creating one designer furniture dining room table. Okay, so that's what we'll go here, 474. And that's how that's done. Okay, so with that, we're going to continue to move on. We're going to pick up with our next part of this. Okay, so thank you guys, and join me for the next video.